All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here this morning. We're really excited about floor today. We have a pretty extensive calendar today, so hopefully you're all paying attention for the Democrat filibusters on all these good bills today. Apparently they were already filibustering in their press conference, which went really long this morning, but we're just going to highlight four bills that we think are very important for the state of Wisconsin, starting out this at the press conference today, and then we'll open it up to see if there's any pertinent questions about the floor today. So I will turn it over to Senator Romaine Quinn to talk about one of his bills.
Awesome. Good morning. Thank you for being here today. For those of you that don't know, I'm pro-life. I believe life begins at conception. I believe that our worth as human beings does not come from our parents' ability to afford us or their desire to keep us. It is not determined by our stage of development or when we are able to survive on our own without the help of others. It is not determined by the means in which we were conceived or the medical conditions we may have to work through in life. And our human worth is certainly not defined by any court decision. Now, I know that not everyone listening today or even in this room agrees with what I just said. I know there are differences in opinion on life even within our Republican caucuses. But we are here today to make something crystal clear. It has never been our position to criminalize or ban doctors from providing necessary care that results in the unintentional death of a child during a pregnancy. We want to remove all confusion from our state statutes. Women who need medical attention due to situations of stillbirths, miscarriages, ectopic pregnancies, or other related issues can and should receive the care that they need. That has always been the pro-life position. This bill before us today does not ban abortions. It does not restrict abortions. It simply clarifies our laws so that both women and medical providers can do what is necessary in those situations. And with that, next up we have Senator Chris Kapenga.
Thank you, sir. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm going to be doing Senate Bill 389 today, and that really deals with the governor's 400-year veto. As many people know in the public, this is an issue that went to the Supreme Court in the state of Wisconsin, and we're very concerned with the ruling of the state Supreme Court. But what we want to do is want to clarify that the original intent of the legislature in the budget was to increase school funding for the next budget period. And we allow other legislatures going forward to determine what the best funding is after that. The governor stepped in and did something he's never done before, and that is he changed the bill in a way that no governor in the history of the state of Wisconsin has changed. And that's very concerning for us because the legislature is where the voice of the people is supposed to take place. And then the governor is supposed to look at that and use his veto authority to determine where he stands on that. But he went far beyond what's ever been done before. And so there's kind of two parts to this bill. There's the letter of the bill, which says the legislature originally said this is a school funding increase for the next budget period. The spirit of the bill that we're doing is, Governor, we have a separation of powers here, and FYI, State Supreme Court, you took a stance that you've never taken before, where you took a 400-year increase in spending, and you said, "Oh no, that's not a significant increase in scope." So they changed a historical precedent that the state Supreme Court has always stood by, where they say you can't really significantly increase the scope of a bill. I don't think anybody in the public, I haven't talked to a Democrat or a Republican who's like, "Oh, a 400-year increase in what the legislature said is not a big deal." It's a big deal. So this bill clarifies that this is something the legislature intended, and FYI, Governor, and FYI, State Supreme Court, you have exceeded your authority, and every time you do that, the only people that get hurt are the people of the state of Wisconsin. Thanks. Next up, we have Senator Van Wanggaard.
Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you for being here today. I'm dealing with Senate Bill 311. 311 is a bill that is designed to ensure that we do not provide health care benefits to illegal immigrants. Some questions have come up, under current law, citizenship is required to enroll in Medicaid and Badger Care. That's current law right now. If we do have an illegal alien who is currently incarcerated in the Department of Corrections, They receive all the medical care that they need because they are under our care. And of course, if an individual is here illegally and they have a medical emergency, they can walk in any hospital and they are guaranteed treatment under federal law. So, I mean, that's not being rescinded. All we're doing is ensuring that no governor or department can just create by rule a healthcare program for people who are here illegally. And just as an FYI, and I thought this was really interesting, earlier this year in Illinois, they had benefits going to illegal aliens. And they did an audit and found that they had spent nearly $900 million on healthcare benefits for illegal aliens, about a 200% increase. And then in Minnesota, the legislature, by bipartisan vote, they voted to end the eligibility for illegal immigrants due to questions about their state's financial well-being. And then lastly, wonderful California. Governor Newsom recently froze enrollment of illegal immigrants into the state's medical program, citing California's $12 billion budget deficit. So we're looking at something that is really a no-brainer. By Wisconsin law, we cannot force an individual to leave the country, it seems. So it looks like we're going to be dealing with at least this part of it with the healthcare extended benefits by passing this legislation. So thank you. And I'll turn it over to Senator Jacques.
Thank you, Senator Wongard. Certainly have some excellent bills on the calendar today. I'm here to talk about Assembly Bill 89, Senate Bill 92, which will be taking off the message, basically more thoroughly addressing organized retail theft. It's been a significant issue in Wisconsin, especially with our interstate system. You have the aggregation of a series of smaller thefts that would be available under this legislation, like what several other states have already done, including most recently our neighbor Minnesota. But really what this does is addresses the very significant issue that we have of going from community to community and really targeting our small businesses, our chain stores, and the end result is that we all pay more in higher prices, and it's certainly our convenience stores and everything else as well. But we have a very strong coalition support of this. Very pleased that we'll be hopefully getting it close to the finish line today.